So my brain is completely and totally like fried right now. I am frazzled. I'm weirdly stressed and it's completely just cuckoo bananas. And that's basically all I'm going to be talking about today. And that's all. I will be making soap, so you'll get to see them. They're cute soaps. That's awesome. I'm not talking about the soaps though because I don't want to because I'm going through something weird. And I will tell you about that something weird in just a minute. But before I do, hello, I am Mrs. Soap and Clay. Let's make stuff. How's it going, sudsers? Welcome back to the channel. You are at Soap and Clay, where we make all the soapy things, and you are here for day 182 of 365 days of soap. And as I said, today I'm basically ranting, and I am ranting at, I guess, YouTube, and a copyright claim that I got on a video from a couple days ago. The gingerbread latte. And I got this copyright claim while the video was still private and had never been posted. And it freaked me out because it was a manual review of the whatever. Let's go to the video and we'll talk about the experience that I'm dealing with because, that's what I want to talk about today and it's my channel. So, whatever. Okay, so we are making peppermint rounds today, and it's a really fun project, and you should totally check it out because it's a lot of fun to do, and it's cute. It's awesome. But I'm not going to talk about this because I talked about this a year ago at probably this exact same date and time. Same bat channel, same bat. Yeah, thank you, Eminem. And so you can go back and watch that one if you want more information about the thing that I'm doing, which can easily just be not talked about, and you can just see what I'm doing here. Also, as a side note right here with what I'm doing right now with the cutty cutter things, I did in fact realize what I was making. Unfortunately, way too many into this cut and had to go look it up and be like, hey, the Google, am I making a weird hate symbol? And it turns out I was. So if you're going to do peppermint rounds like this, do not make them 4 pieces freaking white and 4 pieces freaking red. Don't do that. Don't do it. I remelted those, by the way. And so I did not do that when it was all said and done. But initially, that's kind of what I did. And I apologize that you have to see that because that's completely and totally effed. And we are not okay with that. Anyway, the rest of this video is mostly going to be a rant. And let's talk about why it's a rant. It's a rant because YouTube. That's it. That's all. Oh, that one broke. Right. No, you're going to... Anyway. So, I got this... I'm currently dealing with this, and I'm freaking out a little bit. So, I got this email that said my video had been, this is what I'm talking about. Don't do it this way. Don't cut it like a pie. It's not a good idea. It's not a good look. There is nothing cute about this. This is gross. These ones. Again, I remelted them. I fixed them. I'm sorry. Anyway, got this email from YouTube that told me that I had received a copyright claim on my video. On my video. My video. Specifically, the video, day 178. The gingerbread latte video. which was 100% my own that I'm sorry for that. I really am freaking sorry about that. I didn't know what it felt weird. Like, I feel like this is, I fixed it, you guys. Anyway. Yeah, day 178, the gingerbread latte, 100% my own content, right? That's all mine. And I was confused. And the person that sent a copyright claim to me was like, well, I'm not going to say the name because nobody deserves any sort of shout outs at this point. But it was a showgirl from Vegas, right? That didn't even have a YouTube channel. And I'm like, well, what the shit is this? And so I had to go to like the Googles because the YouTube wasn't showing me a channel. And so I'm already confused. Like, how can you file a copyright claim on, you know, my stuff if you don't even have a YouTube channel first? And so I went to the Googles to look up this person. And this person has like less than 1,000 followers on Twitter and Facebook and a few thousand followers on the Instagram, right? And so I'm still confused. I'm like, and so I look into the details and I'm like, well, the actual specific place and the specifics of the copyright claim said that I was in violation and I was stealing somebody else's work at the literal mark of where my freaking trailer is, you guys. So that ridiculous 1 minute long trailer that even I skip past, like, you guys should speed past that too. After the first time that you've seen it, to see what the new trailer was for year 2, you should just speed past that. Like, and I don't feel bad about, I'm not upset. I speed past it. Anyway, the point is this trailer was made with a trailer template through Final Cut Pro that I purchased, and it specifically says you are allowed to use, right? My trailer was copyrighted, which is also, just for the record, against like YouTube's terms of service. Like, it specifically says you can't, that's not a copyright violation. But they did so. And I'm like, I don't get it. What's happening here? And so I went and checked it out on my YouTube studio and whatever. And like, sure as shit, it has a copyright claim, which means that my monetization is off. But they have also claimed the monetization for that video. Like, all money that I make from that through AdSense goes to them. And I'm like, oh, hell no. Like, that's not a thing. This is 100% my work. Like, it's my face. The minute that you are trying to claim is my face. And so I finally find the video that she used in something like, you know, a year and a half ago. And it was just literally a minute long, whatever, using the same template, the same trailer template that I used through Final Cut. So she is not the creator of this template, right? And even if she was, well, I mean, if the creator of this template decided this is no longer fair use and you can't use it after having purchased Final Cut Pro, fine, then I'm in for a world of hurt and, you know, whatever, I have to go change some things. But she's not the creator. Like, worst case scenario, Final Cut Pro should be saying, hey, no, I own this thing, you can't use it, right? But no, it's just this gal from Las Vegas. And so obviously, I'm big confused. So anyway, I obviously clicked nothing on this email link because I'm not a moron. And I go straight to my YouTube studio, and sure as shit, my stuff has been demonetized for that video. That video that is 100% my own content. And I'm like, okay, this is real weird. So I file a copyright claim dispute. And that in and of itself is terrifying because it tells you like 4 times throughout this process, if you file a false copyright claim, your entire channel could be grenaded. And Mr. Soap and Clay is like, yeah, but you're not filing a false copyright claim, so just file it. And I'm like, okay, fair. But what if I am misunderstanding something, like whatever. So it was stressful in and of itself. Filed the claim, and then, because here's what the actual email said. It said that because at the time that I received this copyright claim, by the way, for the record, that video was private. I had just uploaded it. It was the day before it went out, and it was private. And the email that I got said that this company had manually reviewed my video and determined that copyright claim. You're using something that you're not supposed to use. Well, how the hell did you manually review a video that has never been published? So I'm nervous. And, so after filing the copyright claim, rebuttal, I get on with my partner team, my YouTube partner team, and I'm like, so, okay, I have a problem here. What's going on? Whatever. And they can't figure it out. And they're like, we need more time. So, okay, we'll go to email for this. Fine. So then today I get this freaking email from the company that filed the copyright claim on my video. And they've released it, and that's good. Okay, cool. That means the Googles and the YouTubes did their job. Awesome. But then after that, an hour after that, I get another email from my partner creator guy, and it's like, we don't actually see any copyright strike that's been filed on your channel. I'm like, literally, what are you talking about? I filed the copyright through the YouTube studio. I did not click on links but I am still worried. Like, okay, so what's going on? Is my channel compromised? Am I hacked? Is it crazy? I have no idea. And they're sort of not verifying that it is in fact hacked or I'm crazy, but they're also not assuaging any of my concerns. You know what I mean? And then right after that, I get a freaking email from this other company who is a multi-channel network, an MCN, the one that originally filed the claim, saying, hey, saw that, we did this. So sorry for the confusion and ... Again, so sorry for effectively violating YouTube's terms of copyright claim service. Like you can't do it that way. Are you interested in being managed by a company? And if you guys don't know what MCNs are and you make YouTube videos, we don't have enough time to actually get into MCNs and all of this, but just for the record, don't do it. That's all I can say about that. Don't do it. It's not a good idea. Anyway, it sort of seems like they are filing false copyright claims on videos in an attempt to get more creators under their umbrella. Like this is their how they open up the door for contact, which to me is completely abhorrent, right? Like, dude, I'm sitting here actually genuinely concerned over the safety of my channel right now because you filed a copyright claim on me. I used none clips from none other people. And it was ultimately just a phishing attempt to get my information so I could become one of their clients. Tell me that isn't crazy. But also, how did YouTube not see that copyright claim? Now, also for the record, I lost all the footage for this, so I had to make some more. So there's no more sparkly bits on the top of this. Instead, there is some colloidal oatmeal bits on the top of these because that was what I decided to make these with for the whatever. Anyway, they're cute. They're super cute. We're going to clean them up. We're going to use the planer to clean them up so they look perfectly like peppermint rounds. And it's going to be fun. But the whole extra thing that we saw while we were, because you guys know me, I feel, probably, I don't know. I like to research things, and so does Mr. Soap and Clay. And so we started looking into this. Like, what are the consequences? How does somebody manually review a private video? How does someone file a false copyright claim and still get to like exist in the whatevers. So we ran across this thing from January of 2020, so admittedly almost 2 years ago, where back then the process for when somebody filed a copyright claim on your work, all of the money that you made from that video went directly to them. Now, for me, they filed a copyright claim and I immediately disputed it. And it went from, that's cute with the little thing in the middle. I like that. But it went from, they were going to get all of my AdSense revenue, you know, so there's some 12 doll hairs, whatever, to it's now going into escrow until this has been figured out. And the companies get 30 days to respond. Like the original claimant gets 30 days to decide what they want to do, no matter what. And there's really no way to push that through any faster. But back like 2 years ago in the YouTube worlds, that 30 days meant that the person that filed the copyright claim got 30 days worth of monetization, worth of money from the video that went out. And that was it. That was the whole thing. Luckily, they've changed that, but we read this thing on Vice. Wow, cool. Grab that. Thank you. We read this thing on Vice that said there was this one MCN that literally would just file false copyright claims on just a crap ton of videos and would just make money for 30 days and then for like 29 days. And then on the 29th day, 30th day, release the copyright claim. And then that money never got restored to the creator. And I have been aware that this kind of weirdness has been going on like in the YouTube thing for a while, but I never in a million years thought that I would actually see this on my channel. My channel that is 100%, you know, look at that. Those are my weird hands with my weird manicure and my face. And it's all wild. YouTube is strange. I guess, thank you for letting me rant. That is day 182. Those peppermint rounds are cute. And there it is, some super adorable peppermint round soaps, as well as my experience with a copyright claim and an MCN and my feelings on MCNs. And also the confusion surrounding, you know, the YouTube creators and their partner support. So there's that. It's cool. It's my day. Ultimately, it's all resolved and we'll be fine. But, you know, that was wild and weird and crazy. And now, if you ever get a copyright claim on one of your videos, or if you're wondering how those things happen, or if you decide to start a YouTube channel and maybe that happens in the future, you will keep this in your mind somewhere and go, oh, weird. And also, you won't sign up with MCNs because I really do think they're trash. That's all. No hate if you're a part of one. Not good. Anyway, those peppermint rounds. Cute, right? This video is weird. Thank you for letting me be weird today. That was fun and cute and awesome and cool. I appreciate you. I appreciate my sudzers, the ones who have clicked on the button and done the subscribe thing and are okay with me just having a day where it's like I'm not put together. This was wild. And really the last thing that I wanted to kind of deal with, you know, during the busy season. So all of the things. Again, I really am glad that you guys joined me for another round of 365 days of soap. I'm out of here for today. Gonna go check all of my monetization and see if I got claimed for anything else. But I will see you again tomorrow for another round of soapy fun. Bye.